Hello children, welcome to the science class. Let's continue our chapter 2. Dear children, open your book and see page number 8. Children, in our first class we discussed about autotrophic nutrition and photosynthesis. Now we discuss about heterotrophic nutrition in plants. So, we know children, heterotrophic nutrition is depend on others. Okay? Like humans and animals, some plants depend on the food prepared by other plants. This is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic plants are of 4 types. Parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, insectivorous or carnivorous plants, then symbiotic plants. First we discuss about parasitic plants. Para means children other and cytic means dependent. So plants dependent on others are known as parasitic plants. The non-green plants which live on other living organisms and obtain their food from them are called parasitic plants. The living organism from which a parasitic derives its food is called the host. For example, children, a common plant parasitic is Cuscuta. Here figure is given. Cuscuta or dodder plant or amarable. This parasite produces yellow tubular structures which attach themselves to a plant and wrap them around the stem and branches. These are the yellow tubular structures. Its leaves are reduced to minute scales. Chlorophyll is not present in this plant. It absorbs ready-made food from the host plant on which it climbs through special structures called hosteria. Okay, through hosteria they absorbs all the food from the host plant. The hosteria absorb food from the host plant. Okay. These are the Cuscuta plant. Then saprophytic plants. Sapro means children decaying matter and phytos means plant. So what is the meaning of saprophytic plants? The plants which live and feed on dead and decaying organic matter are called saprophytic plant. Many bacteria and fungi like mushroom, molds and yeast are saprophytic plants or saprophytes. Saprophytes like the parasites lack green color and do not carry out photosynthesis because they have no chlorophyll pigment. Saprophytic fungi secrete digestive juice on the dead and decaying matter and convert it into solution. The nutrients are then absorbed from it. Fungi are commonly seen during and after rains. Hot and humid weather favors the growth of fungi. Then children, you see mushrooms. These are whitish umbrella-like structures. Okay. And these mushrooms can also be observed in nature, in a forest during rainy season, growing on rotting wood pieces. Okay. Then insectivorous or carnivorous plants. Plants which eat animals, particularly insects, are called insectivorous or carnivorous plants. In short, these are insect-eating plants. These plants are usually green and prepare their own food. Then why do they eat insects? This is because in some areas the soil is deficient in nitrogen. The plants growing in such areas need to obtain nitrogen from outside sources. Okay? This is done by trapping and eating insects. For example, pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, bladderwort and sundew plant. And then this is the picture of pitcher plant. Insectivorous plants have developed special structures to catch insects. In a pitcher plant, the pitcher-like structures is the modified part of the leaf. The leaf tip is modified to form a lid which can open or close the mouth of the pitcher. Okay, this is the leaf tip modified to form a lid. And then children, this is leaf modified into a pitcher. Inside the pitcher, downward pointing hair are present. Once an insect enters the pitcher, the lid closes and the insect gets trapped in the hair. Digestive juices secreted in the pitcher now digest the insect. Then symbiotic plants. Plants which live in association with other plants and share shelter and nutrients are called symbiotic plants. This association between two different plants is called symbiotic association or relationship. Both the plants benefit from a symbiotic association. Okay, for example, certain fungi live in the roots of trees. The tree provides nutrients to the fungus. In return, the fungus also provides certain nutrients from the soil to the tree. In lichens, there is an association between a green alga and a non-green fungus. The fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the alga. The alga in return provides food to the fungus. The alga being green prepare food by photosynthesis. And these are the pictures of lichens. Okay children. So children, this is about your chapter 1. Okay. In this chapter we discussed what? Nutrition type, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic, photosynthesis, and heterotrophic nutrition 4 types: parasitic, saprophytic, insectivorous or carnivorous or symbiotic. Okay. So children, again you read this chapter properly and these definitions you learn. Okay. Thank you.